Hi folks! Today I just want to talk to you about what's happening in the property market and what it means for you as a buyer or as a seller. So I've been talking to a lot of buyers and sellers recently, and I noticed that there's a lot of confusion and uncertainty out there. Buyers are wondering, should they buy now? Should they wait? Will prices drop? On the other hand, people who are thinking of selling are wondering, is now a good time to sell? Will my house be worth less in the future? So that uncertainty is out there. And I think a lot of this uncertainty stemmed from negative media coverage about the property market. For example, last week there was headlines in newspapers about that we're in for a sharp slowdown in the market due to inflationary issues and higher interest rates. So I just want to share with you, I suppose, from my perspective as an estate agent and what I'm seeing every day in the ground. So firstly, demand is still very strong and the market is very active. So we had a property which we sale agreed in Timoleague in less than 2 weeks, and it's sold for substantially over the asking price. Now, this property was in turnkey condition, ready to walk into. And that's one point I want to make. Properties that are in most demand are turnkey properties when people can walk in and they've no work to do. So that's just one point I want to take. The other thing then I think is that even though demand is strong, the pent-up demand that was there, post-COVID is easing, and that's why prices are starting to level out. They're becoming more sustainable. So, like we'd have seen price growth of 20-30% at one stage, now we're seeing more sustainable growth. Like this year, say we'll have 5 to 7%, I think, towards the rest of the year. But even 2023, I think we're looking at, about 2%. So definitely more sustainable. But the thing is that prices are still rising, but at a slower, more sustainable rate. And I suppose the one thing we have to all bear in mind is that we have a very strong economy, and the government supports like the first time buyers scheme, first home scheme, I should say, and the help to buyers scheme. They all are supporting the demand for property. So I think with the overall imbalance between demand and supply, property prices are going to stay pretty stable. Just going back to the question you might be asking as a buyer. So you might be saying, should I buy now or should I wait? Will prices drop? And my answer to this is always the same, no matter what market conditions are. You got to ask yourself, number one, have you found the right property? Number two, can you afford it? They're the two important questions. If you have found the right property and if you can afford it, then buy it. Because you must remember that you're not just buying a house, you're buying a home. You're probably going to be there for 20, 30 years at least. And what happens in the property market in the short term isn't really going to affect you. So it's down to your personal circumstances. On the other hand, if you're thinking of selling and you're wondering, is now the right time? Should I wait? Or maybe you're wondering, am I too late? Will the value of my property drop? I'll say the exact same thing. Are you ready to sell? Do you need to sell? Do you need more space for your family? Or perhaps have your family fly the nest and you're looking to downsize? People sell because their lifestyles change. And that's exactly it. You got to make your decision on whether it's time to sell. Are you ready to sell? If you're ready to sell, there is demand out there. There are buyers out there. So, again, whether you're a buyer or a seller, the decision with your property transaction is down to you. So that's my take on the property market at the moment. If you have any questions, be it buying or selling, do get in contact with me. My name is Magella Galvin of DNG Galvin Auctioneers, 023 88 44958. Talk to you soon.